My leg, I was going third. I was going after Kieran and Carson, two really strong legs. They knew what they were doing. They handled their races perfectly, and I had basically all the trust in them. I didn't feel much pressure with the three guys around me. I knew that they were going to be going, and I was just trying to do my job best I could do.
Yeah, honestly, I was anchor obviously, and I was just watching the world record split get further and further into the green. So that was giving me confidence, obviously. As far to answer your question about race strategy, it's been interesting. Kind of doing a new sort of event lineup and race course. Like we don't have a lot of experience with short course meters, so I feel like in some ways I'm still figuring it out. I felt great through the 125. I was out pretty quick, and obviously I started to hurt pretty good the last 50. But knowing what we were likely to accomplish, that fueled me pretty well to the end. So overall, I was pretty happy with the race execution.
Yeah, for me at least, I saw Kyle coming in with Carson, and I saw off the start. I kind of got some ground on them and just tried to hold it through the whole thing. Every turn, I saw him there, and I thought I could shake him, but he stayed there the whole time, and just try to keep that lead for Drew till the end.
Yeah, I was just kind of trying to, be aware of what was going on, and I think that had a drastic move been made, I would have switched up my race strategy a little bit, but just kind of keeping an eye on where Australia was and Korea at the time, and who else was? Oh, and Italy. So, but honestly, I was pretty comfortable, and I was just thinking about how far could we get under the world record. But I think I have some good confidence in my back half. And this morning, I had to do the same thing. We're just be patient in the first 100 and not overswim it, and then execute a good second 100. Well, it's so different when we had the lead, or I had the lead that I had at that point in the race. So really, I was just checking in every other length. So I flipped, and the way I breathed, I could see where they were every 50, and so it was just kind of in the back of my mind. So it wasn't like it was a very pressing thing, but it can definitely be a distraction and a negative impact on your race if you let it get out of hand. I was okay with it. Like I said, the three guys ahead of me did so incredible. I wasn't, concerned. I had all the confidence in the world. And so, as long as I didn't overswim that first 100, I was very confident in what I was able to do. Yeah, no, it makes a big difference. And honestly, just like we were having a great time in the ready room too. Kieran was pretty in the zone, but then like me, Trent and Carson were just, chatting and enjoying, each other's company and stuff. And that definitely adds to it. We keep each other relaxed. And we have full trust, and not only each other but ourselves as well. We're all very confident in the 200 distance, and that really helps. And we know that we're that confident, and I think it just makes the whole thing more enjoyable. When it's more enjoyable, I think it just yields a better performance as well. The only difference from this meet last year now is I think me being on it, right? So it was you three, yeah. So. And that was fun. And that was something I was sad I missed out on last year, but I'm happy. I was so thankful I could do it with these guys this year.
With the guys we had, we were all pretty confident we could at least be under it, if not break it by a good amount. And I think we did just that, and we all executed our plans as well as we could. And worked out pretty well.
Also, I think too, it's kind of excited. Speaking of just on the topic of being comfortable with this, with this group, Carson and I were chatting in the warm down pool just now. Like we want to see what we could do with these four guys through the next, couple of years, through the next summer and to Paris, and see how far we can go and how fast we can push, and continue to establish that as a quartet of guys that we enjoy doing this relay with.